Now we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Three Market Minds. My name is Bill. I'm here with Anagalu and his brother Abdu. Let me close this real quick. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Three Market Minds. Let's do the disclaimer real quick, and then we can get on to some fun stuff. All right. So, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. And nothing, yeah, like I said, nothing we say is financial advice. So let's take a look at the agenda. So I just got back from a trip from Cancun, and I'm going to share some snorkeling videos before we get started. And then I didn't see any questions. I didn't see any questions from last week, but I can check. I guess I can check to see if there's been any update. But if there's any questions, we'll answer questions. And then we'll take a look at the stock market. We'll take a look at some of the charts we like to follow. And then today's theme is how we handle market sell-offs, because there's been a big crypto sell-off, and then the stock market was also selling off on Friday. So we've got a busy day today. And then today we've got no limit on our Zoom meeting. There's no time limit, so we can talk as long as we want to talk. Okay, so I was in Cancun this last week. It was great. I loved it. Never been to Cancun. I snorkeled all 3 days that I was there, and I am going to show some video. Whoops, share disabled. Oh, Nagalu, can you enable sharing? Because right now it's telling me that I cannot share in Zoom.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
Um,
No. Okay. Well, yeah, because we're gonna have to figure that out. Unless you want to show the trading view charts, we're gonna have to figure that out real quick. But you know what I'll do while you're working on that? I will go ahead and show the snorkeling videos. So you guys, unfortunately, you guys aren't going to be able to see it, but go ahead and work on that. And I am going to show the snorkeling videos. So here we go. This is my first snorkeling video I'm showing. This is me with a whale shark in Cancun. That's me filming. That's the whale shark in the background. Let's do another longer video. Whoops. Let's do another longer video here. Okay. So the whale shark is the biggest fish on the planet. It's a shark that has evolved to act like a whale. So it has little sharp teeth, right? The teeth have evolved into like a filter feeding kind of situation. You see it's got its mouth open, so it's just sitting around like that with its mouth open. I think it's eating krill. I think it's trying to filter out krill. And I mean, you can see by looking at the body that it's definitely got the shape of a shark. Right, so here's what I was filming. Right, so this is my footage right here. But you can see by its body, it's definitely got the shape of a shark, but it doesn't got the teeth, right? Because that would be dangerous if a shark was that big with sharp pointy teeth. But they're so friendly. They are so friendly. They are very tranquil, peaceful animals. They don't mind the people in the boat swimming around them. And it was great, and I definitely recommend it if you're ever in Cancun. It's kind of a rough trip to get out there. It's about an hour and a half boat ride. And it's a small boat, and a lot of people got seasick getting out there, and also seasick coming back. But it is definitely worth it. It's kind of one of those once in a lifetime situations, right? This is something that you're just gonna remember the rest of your life. And I think it's definitely worth it. If you don't have I still have an underwater camera. If you don't have an underwater camera, the guides there, they have their GoPros, so they'll film you. That's you got to pay for the film. You got to pay for the video later, and that's extra money, but it's definitely worth it. Another unique fact about these guys, these whale sharks, every single pattern that they have, you see how they have like the gray skin with the white spots? Every single one of those patterns is unique, like a fingerprint, and scientists will use the patterns to track sharks, right? Because each one is unique. But anyway, Any questions about whale sharks, guys? Is this something you're interested in? Want to go to Cancun and swim with the whale sharks? What do you think?
But I'm still trying to figure out how to do that.
How to do the sharing?
Yeah.
Try asking try asking AI. Go here, I'll tell you what happens. So when I hit the share button, it says host disabled, attendee screen sharing. So I mean there's a couple ways to, so I mean what I can do, I can still show the screen, right?
Yeah.
Um but the thing is though, you guys aren't going to be able to see it. So like right now I'm showing the S&P 500 chart,
Uh-huh.
but so the audience at home can see it, but you guys can't see it. I guess another way to do it is maybe just on your phone, just open up the trading view chart of the S&P 500, and then we can talk about it that way. How about we do it that
Okay.
way?
That works.
Okay. Alrighty then. Well, let's get going. Abdu, any comments about whale sharks? Any questions about whale sharks?
Not yet. I have a lot of questions, but I'm gonna save it for later. But
Okay.
that's beautiful. I would love to do that one day. Maybe you want to go with us again.
Yeah, you know what I would like to see? Yeah, I'd go again. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the peak season is like end of July, early August, and during that time they could have as many as 40 of those things swimming around in the ocean.
Nice.
We had like four or six maybe. So yeah, that's something I wouldn't mind doing it again. I mean, there's other things I want to see too, like manta rays, right? I think that's something that you can do in Hawaii, swim with the big manta rays. And then around here, we can go swimming with the sea lions. The sea lions get pretty big. They get to like 850 pounds or so, the big males. Um, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely gonna do it.
All right. Well, okay, so now I'm showing the Dow. Let's go to the S&P 500. Yeah, S&P 500. So Friday, big sell-off. Big sell-off. And Anaglu and I were talking about what happened Friday. And it was a few things, right? There was a jobs report that got released in the morning. But the job report was pretty good, so I thought it would actually be a catalyst. But it wasn't. I think the fear was that maybe interest rates might get spiked again at the end of the year. Also, another thing that happened was well, at least the AI sector reacted badly to Avgo's earnings report, and that kind of triggered a big sell-off among the AI stocks. ARM was down 12%, AMD was down 11%, Nvidia was down 6%, Micron was down 13%. So I think people are maybe worried that the bubble's running out of steam, right? And we're taking profits. Um, and not just that, but also, it wasn't just the market that was selling off too. Bitcoin was also selling off really bad last week, and it accelerated even more on Friday. But before I move on to Bitcoin, anything you guys want to say about the S&P 500? Like, what do you think? What do you guys think caused the sell-off on Friday?
You wanna go? Spa?
You go ahead first. That I go.
Uh,
I'm preparing something.
so yeah, the market is like really elevated.
Hmm.
I think the correction was bound to come, but I did not think it was gonna be that extreme. I think it was accelerated by the job report. Um, so the question is, what's gonna happen next week? Is it gonna continue? Uh,
Who knows,
I
right?
don't know what do you think looking at the chart?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if it's going to keep going down. I don't know if maybe it just goes sideways. I mean, we'll have to see. And and there's different ways you can we can talk about our strategies. We can talk about I think after we finish going over the charts, we can talk about our different strategies of how we're
What
going to
about when you
do
look at
things.
it from a long-term perspective?
Well, from a long-term
That's the
perspective,
like even when I look at the yearly, it's like a massive sell-off.
yeah, now it doesn't have to go straight back down. It could. Um I think we're due for a pullback. I think a pullback is healthy here.
Yeah.
So from long-term perspective, I think this is a healthy pullback. Maybe we do sell off a little more next week, and then we turn around and keep going higher. So I'm not panicking too much yet, but there are a lot of people panicking, especially in crypto. We'll take a look at the Bitcoin chart in a bit, but there is a lot of panic out
Yeah.
there. I'm just not too worried yet.
It's like for the week, when you look at the year one, uh God, it's a 1 day drop from all the way to 736. Is that where it's at? No, 37. So it's approaching that 730 support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's some. We'll see what happens. Also, there's a whole. Yeah. We'll see what happens Monday.
What is do you have the charts up, Bill? I can't see
Yeah,
the.
yeah,
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to see it because I can't share in Zoom, so you'll have
Okay.
to look at the chart. But right now I'm looking at the S&P 500.
So let's see. Can we go over the levels? Like,
Yeah.
or
Which levels? Like the.
the S&P 500,
Uh-huh. Okay.
just so that we have an idea.
You mean you want to look at like the different time frames? Like,
Yeah.
so
So
I
like
got.
a daily,
Oh,
an
okay.
hourly,
All right.
weekly.
I got the daily chart now. Which ones do you want? Okay, I got the daily. What do you want to see next?
So like, just like, what do you think? Just do like a little bit of technical analysis on it.
Well, I got the weekly up.
Okay.
As far as technical analysis, we're really far away. We're really high above the 200-day moving average and the 50-week moving average. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we level off until until the stock price kind of pulls back a bit towards those two averages. Um, yeah, I don't really see much else as far as TA. So, okay, so I got the weekly up. What else would you want to look at? The hourly? Yeah, I could show the hourly. The hourly's kind of, I don't know, doesn't really show too much. Gotta zoom it out some. Hmm. Yeah, they all kind of look at the same to me, right? It's just all really extended out above the averages we were talking about. I'm gonna go back to the daily real quick. What do you guys think? What are you guys looking at?
well, I would have to see like some sort of recovering pattern next week
Yeah.
before, if it respects that support, the 730.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. You want to move on to the next stock? You want to move on to a stock, or actually let's talk about crypto before we get into the stocks. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So Bitcoin had a bad week last week. Last time we talked about Bitcoin, it had rejected off of the 200-day moving average and was coming down. And then what I was hoping for is that it would turn around, go back to the 200-day moving average and break out and potentially form a cup and handle pattern. And it didn't do that at all. It did the exact opposite. So forget about the cup and handle pattern. That's toast. That's gone. And Bitcoin's retraced all the way down to the all-time lows. Well, not the all-time lows, but the lows for 2026. So Bitcoin's back down at 60K, and it was a wicked sell-off last week. And
Can you share the Bitcoin?
I'm showing the Bitcoin chart right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm showing the Bitcoin chart. I can't share anything on Zoom, so you're gonna have to look at it on your phone. Um, but so a lot of people are saying what triggered it is that MicroStrategy decided to sell something like 50 Bitcoin, which is not that much. It's only like 0.004% of their Bitcoin. But I don't know, crypto people are kind of kooky. They can panic easily. And I think the fact that Michael Saylor said he was never going to sell Bitcoin and then MicroStrategy turned around and did sell some Bitcoin panicked the market. And this looks like panic selling. The way it just went straight down, this just looks like panic selling. It looks pretty bad. So where are we with Bitcoin right now? It's holding above 60K, and that's really important. It's really important that it holds above 60K. If you look back in the chart, like all the way back into 2024, Bitcoin did spend a lot of time building a base around 60K. And so there's really good support there. There is really good support, even all the way down to like maybe 55K. There's good support here. So as long as we hold this, as long as Bitcoin holds this level, and it might be okay, right? But if it does fall below 60, it could get to the mid 50s, maybe 50. We'll just gotta wait and see what happens. If it gets into the 50s, I'm gonna start buying more. In fact, I'm having my wife buy some Bitcoin this next week, and yeah, so that's kind of where we are for Bitcoin. What do you guys think? How do you guys feel about crypto and Bitcoin?
I think this is very similar situation as the SPY, right? Like the sell-off.
This is much worse because this was a full week of selling. This was a full week of
Okay.
selling, and it's just been straight down. It went from like 73K down to 60K, yeah, 74K down to 60K in a matter of like 4 days.
Do you think people are rotating funds from cryptos to AI stocks?
No, since this AI was also sold off Friday, I gotta say no. I think what's happening is I think people are panic selling. I think they're panic selling. I think they're just pulling. I think they're just pulling out cash, just sitting on it. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. I think it's just panic selling. What do you think, Abdu?
Yeah, no, no, I agree because you know what we were talking about this last time because it was so this move is hyperbolic, like very it's almost like a straight line.
Violent.
So
Yeah,
it was just it was just getting a little bit ridiculous. To be honest with you, I'm glad to see. I'm not happy about people. I mean, I'm of course if you lose money, that kind of it sucks. But for it to have even more potential, a pullback was necessary. Nothing gonna go in a straight line forever. So this
yeah.
is expected. It's just a little bit. Yeah, it was accelerated in one day. We did not expect it. I never seen without no significant catalysts. S&P 500, for example, SPY, selling off that much. Um, so this is new to me.
Yeah, and if you
Uh,
look at the Bitcoin chart, it's even worse. I mean, the Bitcoin sell-off was all last week, every day last week, and it was even worse than the S&P. Um, so this might be a good time to talk about, our theme today, panic selling, because what I see right now in Bitcoin, that just looks like panic selling. And so what do I do? Right? What am I doing? I'm not doing anything. I'm not selling my Bitcoin. That said, though, my average cost of Bitcoin is like 26,000. So I'm well below this. So it's not so hard for me. But let's say, someone bought at 80,000 or 100,000. What do they do? Well, what I would recommend if I was in that situation, what I would do is just buy more Bitcoin right now. Try to get your average cost down. Because Bitcoin is one of those best in class assets. It is the best crypto asset. And if you don't have any crypto, buy some Bitcoin. And if you have crypto but you don't have Bitcoin, like let's say you just got Ethereum, Solana, buy Bitcoin. The only thing I would recommend to people right now is buying Bitcoin. I don't think I'd touch any of the altcoins until we're certain that Bitcoin is going to recover. Um, yeah, go ahead.
oh no, no, I was listening. Wow, so it is. I cannot believe it's back to 6,000. I mean,
It
60,000.
it
It's
happened
like
quickly. It
wow.
happened quickly. Yeah, it's that is panic selling. When I mean what happened last week was panic selling. People are panicking. So when people are panicking like this, it's a good time to buy. Now that said, it could still go lower. It could go to 55.
Are the ETFs doing anything different?
No,
Like,
the ETFs will mirror Bitcoin price exactly. So if Bitcoin's down 5%, ETF will be down
yeah,
5%. So they're just going to mirror it exactly. Yeah, but the ETF's a great way to buy Bitcoin. In fact, that's what I'm going to have my wife do. I'm having her move money to Fidelity and then buy Bitcoin from Fidelity because it's easier for her to use Fidelity than have to open, or it's easy for anybody. It's just easier to use the ETF rather than opening a crypto wallet. It's just easier to use the ETFs. So, as far as the crypto sell-off goes, I'm disappointed, right? Because I'm always, like I've said before, I'm always bearish. I don't flip-flop between I mean, not bearish. I'm always bullish. Sorry. That's a slip right there. Yeah, right now I'm feeling bearish. No, I'm always bullish, right? So I'm always thinking bullish, long-term bullish. So I don't look for bearish patterns when I look at the chart. I look for bullish patterns. That what that's going to mean is I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to be wrong a lot. Like I was looking at that cup and handle pattern, and that completely blew up in my face. Um, but that's just the approach I take, right? I think it's very mentally challenging. It's very difficult to flip-flop from bearish to bullish to bearish to bullish. It's very strenuous. It's very difficult. For me, it's just easier to just always be bullish. And then when there are big sell-offs like this, then it makes me focus on like, okay, well, what is the best asset? And do I have enough of that asset? Right? And so that's Bitcoin. Do I have enough Bitcoin? I think I have enough Bitcoin. If Bitcoin gets into the 50,000s, I'll buy more because that's a price that's too good to pass up. But if people out there don't have Bitcoin, now's a good time to buy. It could still go lower, but it's the all-time high for Bitcoin was 126,000. We're going to go back there eventually, and that's another, that's a doubling from current price. We'll go back there and even higher. So yeah, it's a good price. Um, what about you guys? Do you guys own any crypto right now? I know, Abdu, you started a position in MicroStrategy, but do you guys own anything else besides
I
this?
have Solana, but
Okay.
Solana and XRP.
Yeah, Solana's been getting beat up too.
Yeah,
Solana's been
they're
getting
both getting beat up. It's like
yeah,
the
they're
lowest
getting
there.
yeah, Solana's chart's looking kind of scary because it's down. But if Solana, you know what Solana though, that's another one I'll just DCA. Like once I feel more comfortable that the market is stabilized, I'll go back and
Yeah.
buy more Solana. Um, what about you, Abdu? You want me to? I can bring up the oh, come on, stop.
Oh, let's see.
I can bring up the MicroStrategy chart. So
I so I'm looking at like right now. I'm looking at. I wish I can share it, but I'm looking at Bitcoin charts,
I'll
right?
bring it up. So I'll bring up whatever chart you're looking at. I'll bring it up, and then that way we can talk
Okay.
about it.
Let me try to find out. So the thing is, I was looking at the monthly,
Are you
uh,
looking at Bitcoin or a strategy spot?
Bitcoin right now.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
let's look at the monthly.
Yeah. So if you look at the monthly, it's at like really critical level, like
It is.
between I would say right between
60K is a hugely critical level. It is.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
I would wait for a confirmation. I mean, unless if you are like like you said, if you are always forever bullish on Bitcoin, yeah, it's a perfect time to DCA.
Yeah, you
Um,
DCA. Yeah, don't go all in. You put in like a little
yeah,
bit next week, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just every paycheck you put in a little bit.
yeah.
It
If
just
that
seems
if you
like a
are
good
like
opportunity to get into the market.
yeah, I mean this is a perfect time to get into. I mean, Bitcoin does have potential in the future because there's a lot of company or people invested on it already. I mean, there's not. I honestly, I don't think they will let it go like that.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm looking at the monthly chart. No, I agree with you completely. Now it's got financial backing, institutional backing.
yeah,
I don't think we're going to see a 75% retracement. We're at 50% retracement right now. But looking at the
yeah,
monthly, it's really clear, even going all the way back to 2021, that $60,000 has a lot of support all the way back to 2021. And I talked about 2024. There was a lot of support there. Those so yeah, we're at a big support level right here. So yeah, we'll keep
So,
an eye on it.
yeah,
So,
so I have a question. Do you guys remember when, okay, so when was the first time the Bitcoin ETF was approved? Do you guys remember? Uh,
Yeah,
what
I
was the
think it was.
price of Bitcoin at that time?
I want to say it was like in the 40s.
Okay, so like, oh,
40s?
Let me,
you know,
you know what? I'm gonna ask AI real quick. I'll ask AI
yeah,
real quick.
ask, okay.
Or maybe, yeah, let me ask AI. I don't want to guess. But I do
You know
remember when
why
the
I'm
ETFs
asking
came
that?
out.
It's because like all this, a lot of these institutions got in, the ETFs were generated during around that time, right? So there is many people,
Oh, yeah.
their average cost is around that price. So the actual panic would be if it goes below that price,
Yeah,
which
so it's
is
it's it's around 46,000.
okay. So like, if it ever goes below 46,000, it probably, it means, kind of, they can't, it's out of control a little bit. But up until it goes below that range, I think it has the potential to bounce and go even more higher than what how much it went this past time.
Yeah, I think that's just another major line of support that I've heard 50,000 is a big support. Yeah, 46,000 is a big support. 60,000. I'd rather it not go below 60,000, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I don't see it really going much below 50K, but if it does,
I
you just dollar cost average.
yeah. What is the, so like for reversal? What do you want to see? Like to consider it as reversing. What do you want to see on the chart, Bill?
Okay, so remember we talked about the 52. I'm going back to the daily chart of Bitcoin. So what we want to see to get completely out of the bear market, we want to see the Bitcoin price get above the 52-week moving average. That's that green line there. So, and right now it's at 92,000, 93,000. So
Oh,
once we get above the 52-week moving average, that's kind of the end of the bear market. So that's kind of the official end. I would like to
60,
see it get above the if it can get
62?
above the 200-day moving average, that's also a really good sign. And that's at like 78,000 right now. Because I think once it gets above the 200-day moving average, it'll stay above it. Um, so that's what I'd like to see it get back to 80K. And then actually now there's kind of like this channel we're in where the top is like 82,000. So yeah, if we can get to like 83, 84,000, that'll be really good shape. But first we got to find a bottom, right? That's the first thing.
yeah,
Let
yeah.
me let me take a look at the MicroStrategy chart. What's interesting about the MicroStrategy chart is it actually has not reached new lows for 2026, which is kind of interesting. Whereas Bitcoin has reached new lows for 2026, MicroStrategy is not. It's like at 120, and the lows were at like 105 for this year.
It was getting bought up yesterday. It went down to 114 area,
Yeah,
and then it was like,
it made a
it was
hammer.
like, yeah. Did you notice? I don't know if you
I
noticed
did, I
it.
did notice that. No, I'm looking at it right now because the way it shows up as a hammer. So
Yeah.
it's made a hammer. I think the inverted head and shoulders pattern is still kind of in play. We'll see what happens. But it does need to bounce. So yeah, crypto last week was really rough for crypto guys. I don't know if you guys are up to date with crypto Twitter, but people are just panicking. And then the bears are coming out and bragging and just saying, "Oh, I told you so. I told you so." Honestly, it's all just a bunch of noise. It's all just a bunch of noise. I just ignore it. I just ignore it
Yeah.
because it doesn't it doesn't help anything.
No.
It really
No.
doesn't. Getting all emotional and upset about it. It just anyway. But
Yeah.
yeah. So when there's big sell-offs like this, you should just have a plan. And I would say anyone who doesn't have Bitcoin, now's a good time to start buying it. Could Bitcoin go lower? Yeah, it could go to 50K, right? I mean, you just buy more then, and then you just be patient, and then you just gotta be patient. Um, and then the other cryptos are just going to do what Bitcoin does. When Bitcoin recovers, the other ones will recover. And then once Bitcoin's recovered, then maybe I'll go back and look at buying some more Ethereum. I wouldn't mind buying some more Ethereum, Solana, and Link. But right now, I'm not sure if we're at the bottom yet. Anyway, any more thoughts about crypto? Should we move on to
Where is
stocks?
Ethereum? I haven't, you
Ethereum
know, I
is
haven't.
okay. Ethereum is also making new all-time lows for 2026. So yeah, Ethereum making new all-time lows for 2026. Solana new all-time lows for 2026. And then
Um,
Bitcoin also made new all-time lows, but it's staying above that 60K support. So it's yeah, yeah. So Ethereum is down. Ethereum's down to $1,561. So also,
oh, wow.
and it's at a good price. I mean, it's a good price for Ethereum, but I'm not gonna buy it until I'm certain that the bottom is in, and I'm not quite certain yet. Yeah.
Yeah, Ethereum. I mean, Tom Lee is not having fun.
Neither Tom Lee or Michael Saylor are having fun. Oh man, on Twitter,
He sold
yeah,
some Bitcoin,
he
right?
sold some Bitcoin earlier in the week, and people are saying that triggered the sell-off because Michael Saylor
Nah,
had
I
said
mean
it.
the whole market is a sell-off. It's
But on YouTube, on Twitter and YouTube, everybody's blaming Michael Saylor. They're saying it's all his fault. Everybody's turning on him. All the people, anyone who's got a Twitter account or the YouTube people. Anyway, um, nobody important. We'll put it that way. Oh no, no, Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer came out and said that Michael Saylor murdered Bitcoin. He did say that.
Oh no.
Yeah, he said it. He said it. He said it. Yeah, yeah. So everyone is blaming Michael Saylor for this, and
Oh.
all he did was sell 52 Bitcoin, which is nothing. He owns like
it's
800,000
safe
Bitcoin or
to
something.
do something about like a dividend.
I think
I don't know what.
I think they were just testing the market to see what would happen if they sold it. Because I believe that they had been talking about it for a few weeks. Like, hey, we might actually sell some. And then I think they just did it to see how the market would react. Man, it did not go well. Um, but yeah, Jim Cramer said that Michael Saylor murdered Bitcoin. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Michael Saylor needs to find. He needs to get a little bit creative. He can't be just selling. He needs to find, buy some type of different assets. Like against his Bitcoin holding, and then do transaction through that. Directly selling and buying. I mean, people do see. I mean, they look at his activity. He's
Heard
basically
about that.
the face of the Bitcoin.
You're not the only person who's mentioned that maybe he should buy some Ethereum. I've heard about that.
Yeah, not just Ethereum, like
Yeah.
just just find some other business. If you when you want when you want cash, like use that to to satisfy your cash need. Don't sell your Bitcoin. That's your
I'll put up the
bread and butter.
MicroStrategy chart. Yeah,
Mhm.
so so MicroStrategy, okay, despite all that negative news and everything, MicroStrategy is still not making all-time, lows for 2026. It's still not making lows for 2026. So in that sense, I guess it's holding up okay. All right, cool. You guys want to move on to stocks? We can look at Nvidia and Tesla,
Yeah,
all those. Okay. All right, I'm going to Nvidia now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so Nvidia sold off. I mean, all the AI stocks sold off. Nvidia was down 6% on Friday. Um, I'm okay with it. I think it's just a healthy pullback. It's still above the 200-day moving average. It's still above the 52-week moving average. It's still, had great earnings, and it's still like the biggest, most important company in the world. So I'm not worried about it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'm the same. Uh, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
On that aspect. Yeah, I'm not even worried about Nvidia. Nvidia is just literally, dude. They are on the forefront of this revolution. So It's each time it goes down, you just add to your position. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, there's no panicking with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
Yeah.
if it touches the 52-week moving average or the 200-day moving average, that might be a good time to buy. Um, I might are the flags still in play? Maybe. I'll leave them up there for now. Okay, let's look at Tesla. Tesla also down 6%. This
Tesla.
this couple
Go ahead.
handle
Sorry.
I have a couple cup and handle pattern drawn out here. That thing's toast though because it broke below the neckline, so I'm gonna delete it. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
So on Tesla, something that I noticed, which I wish I shared it with you guys on the text, but on Thursday actually, I saw a head and shoulder pattern. Um, it is not like your typical it's not your typical head and shoulder pattern. It's it's the let's see, if you go all the way down to let's see, what is it? It's an April 9th candle,
Yeah, I see it.
in an hourly or in a probably, like, let me see, is it daily or hourly?
Daily.
Let's see. Yeah, daily. If you go to all the way to April 9 or 10th, I think that's April 9. And then if you draw a diagonal line up, um, so let's see, the lowest, you know, so did you see it?
Yeah, no, I've got it. I've got it marked as a head, right? Or a cup and as part of the cup and handle. So yeah, it's making like yeah, I
No, no,
see.
no. I'm sorry. I'm talking about an actual, not inverse head and shoulder, bearish, the
Oh,
actual head and
bearish.
shoulder. Yeah, so look at the your let's see, go to April 10th. There's a, yeah, that bottom, right? April 10th. Like,
Okay.
go that one, yeah, that the bottom one, that one. No, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, like, look at the date. No, no, go back.
Yeah, it's like the ninth.
Yeah, the 9th. So if you draw a line, like, right, a diagonal line connecting all the rest of the swing lows, right?
Yeah, I see the trend line. I see the trend line.
So you go ahead and draw a trend
Yeah, and
line
it broke through the
because I
trend.
can't show mine.
Yeah, it broke through the trend line. It broke through the trend line on Friday. Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you draw?
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can you draw the line so
I did.
you can see
No, I
that?
see it now. I see the head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to have people see it.
No, no, I
So
see it. I see it. It's like they
I
have the hands
saw
on.
that on Thursday, and I don't know why I forgot to tell you guys.
Oops.
um, so that played out. I don't know if it's going to continue, but if you look at it, it's not like the typical straight. Like, this is like a diagonal head and shoulder.
Yeah, it's slanted, and that is a thing though. That is a
Yeah,
thing.
that's
They can slant. They can slant.
yeah. So, like, yeah, it was like, wow, this was so obvious. Why didn't I share it? Yeah, I shared it to you, to anyone. So yeah, that happened.
Yeah, and okay, I keep trying to draw it. Okay, there we go. Now I'm drawing it.
Mhm.
Now I'm drawing it. Yeah, and it definitely broke through the neckline on Friday, and we saw the big sell off. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens during the SpaceX IPO, which is coming up, right? It's coming up on the 12th, I believe. So
Yeah.
that's happening next week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. It's happening on Friday? Wow. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Tesla, with with regards to the IPO. Um, but yeah, I mean everything after Friday, everything's going to look kind of bearish.
Yeah.
When is the OpenAI going to be? Do you guys know?
I don't think
Yeah.
they've announced it yet. I don't think they've announced the exact date yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I would have to
What
think.
about Anthropic?
They're both going to be this year, I'm sure. But no, I haven't. I don't know the exact date of when. Um, okay, let's move on to let's look at some other. Let's take a look at Microsoft real quick. Or what else did you guys want to look at? You
So
want?
can we say something like by looking at companies that did not drop,
Good.
um,
Google didn't drop that much.
yeah.
Yeah,
So would
Google
you,
Google
is it a good conclusion to draw to say those companies are a good one to invest in, or
It's one to watch. I mean, yeah, Google held up really well, but it's already so high above its 200-day moving average. Doesn't mean it can't go higher. But yeah, I mean, Google's a safe bet, like if you want to invest in something and
yeah,
you just worry, you want to invest in something safe, Google didn't drop that much. Google didn't drop that much, neither did Microsoft. Although Microsoft is Google looks better than Microsoft, put it that way, because Google's above the 200-day moving average. Microsoft is still below it. And Microsoft had like 4 days and 5 red candles in a row. Yeah,
yeah.
Google's safe. I think I also noticed that Novartis was green. Yeah, Novartis was green. But that's pretty typical when there's a big sell-off that
Yeah,
money rotates into healthcare. But
yeah, I noticed
yeah.
that too. That's true.
Yeah, Novartis actually got pretty close to the 200-day moving average. I was thinking, if Novartis touches the 200-day moving average, it might be a good investment, or if it goes below it, because it has sold off a bit. It got all the way up to like 170 or something, and now it's down at 150. But yeah, that's typically what people do. They rotate into healthcare, because everything else I got on my list is red. And Novartis is the only one that's green. Everything else is red. Um, but I can take a look at some other healthcare. Are there other healthcare stocks you want me to look at? You guys want me to look at?
Can I look at
So
the GE one? No, GE have
I, I'm
Lilly
not gonna
looks
look.
good.
something.
I'm not gonna. Can you let me in in your Zoom?
Yeah,
You said GE?
yeah. The health one.
GE looks okay. Yeah, they look okay, right? But these are, they're just not going to grow as much as the AI ones. But then the same thing with the AI ones, they won't as fall as much as the AI ones did. Um, but there's some other ones we talked about last week. We could talk about ServiceNow. I want to take a quick look at that one.
Oh, that one got hit too.
Yeah, so it got close. I think it just got overbought. It got overbought. Now, it got close to the 200-day moving average, and now it's just kind of retreating. Yeah, this one got hit too, but this is one I'd be interested in buying if you see a turnaround signal. I would be interested in buying it because it's also kind of making a tilted inverted head and shoulders pattern. So you still own it? You still got ServiceNow?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, don't
So
you
honestly, I should have gotten more. I think I'm gonna do the same.
just
Get
pick up
more
some more.
next week.
Yeah, pick up some more. Yeah,
Yeah,
pick up some more because it's
yeah. Because they did a lot of stuff. They had a really good presentation.
yeah,
They're kind of like teaming up with Microsoft too, I think. So
yeah,
at least
yeah.
that's what they want to get.
No, I think I'm yeah, I'm once this one looks like it's starting to turn around,
Yeah.
I think I'll buy some too. Um, and then the other one we talked about was Hood, and Hood also pulled back a little bit. But then also on Friday, it kind of recovered towards the end of the day Friday. So that was encouraging. So Hood is still in play. I mean, it's broken out
Yeah.
that diamond formation.
I'm trying their new stuff, like the agentic,
Oh, the AI agents. Yeah, the agents.
yeah, the AI agent.
I wonder
Uh,
how those guys did on Friday. Um,
it basically allows you to trade from from platforms like Cloud, OpenAI, and things like that.
yep.
So you can just tell your agent like, okay, buy for me when the price goes like this. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Uh,
I think Hood and Now are still both pretty good buys. Um,
yeah.
let's take a look at the other semiconductors, see how they got hammered. So AMD, let me see. AMD, I mean, geez, this chart looks ridiculous. It's just like a straight line from 200 to 540, and it was
Okay.
down 10%, but it's still so high. It's still so high. I mean, this is one. I'll take another look at it in a few months. See what it's doing. Same thing with ARM. ARM is kind of pulling back. You know, ARM was down 13%. No, 13%. Micron was down 13%. Micron actually got all the way up to 160, I think. It got all the way up to 180, and now it's at 864. That's a pretty big pullback, but it's just gone up way too much. SanDisk was down 11%. And then there was some of the energy plays that I like, the solar energy plays that I like for for AI. So those got hit pretty hard too. I was looking at Sage and Enphase. Enphase was down 18%. Sage was down 13%. I still don't think they're low enough to buy yet. You know, I want to see them get
What
down
about
there.
Broadcom? Because
Yeah,
that kind of like,
Broadcom's the one that started this whole mess.
yeah.
They had their bad earnings, and then they just got.
Was it really bad though, or is it kind
It
of
wasn't that
like
bad.
a bad timing with
No,
the job report?
it was their guidance for next year. So they didn't increase or up their guidance. They just left the guidance the same, and then that sent everybody into a panic. Because it's like, oh, they didn't raise their guidance 100% or whatever, you know? And so it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. They were solid earnings, but right now it's like the AI is so hot, you have to have, you know, incredible, amazing earnings. Otherwise, the market's just going to sell off. And
Abdul, can you mute your video, please? No, oh, I meant to say the the live stream.
Bob, are you still there?
Yeah, yeah. What do you mean?
No, are you playing the live stream?
No.
I'm hearing an echo
Why is
too.
there echo?
All right. Okay, that's better. That's better. Yeah, so Abgo started this whole AI sell-off, and the earnings weren't that bad. That's why I think, you know, if this sell-off does continue for another week or two, or maybe even another week, it might be worth buying some of these things because the sell-off, the earnings weren't that bad.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why keep a I keep a shopping list of stuff I want to buy, and then we'll see if anything hits the target. But yeah, right now I think, you know, I think Now looks good. I think Hood looked good.
What do you guys think about the fact that, you know, even though there's a lot of concern about the job loss associated with AI, and then we still got like with
All time highs. Yeah, yeah. It's
the
crazy,
job
right?
market, yeah.
It's crazy, right? These companies are reporting all time high, you know, great earnings and an all time high stock price, and then they fire like 4,000 people. It's what do I think? I think it's not fair. Um,
No, but like the job market, like it was expected 85,000. The
oh
report is
yeah,
like, and I did added 175,000.
I thought, yeah, I saw that. I did see that, and then that's why I was surprised that the market sold off because I thought the jobs
Yeah.
report would have been encouraging, but I think now people are worried that they're going to raise
The
interest rates.
but in the long term is what I meant.
No, in
Like
the long
the,
term, I think it's
the
great. I think it's great that they're adding jobs. Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, you know, we'll have to see what sectors got added. But what sectors added jobs? But no, that's great. Yeah, I'm glad. I know it was a good jobs report. Um, anyway, sometimes days like this happen. You know, it's just been such a great, incredible run that there's just going to be
yeah.
pullbacks. Any other stocks you guys want to look at?
See, I was looking
Okay.
into
Hold on.
some, you know,
Did,
uh,
sorry, I'm not
yeah.
gonna. Did you allow me to share?
Oh, you know, I couldn't.
I think let me try because we should be able. Let me try.
Okay, I'm going to put it
Share.
back on. I'm gonna put us back on Zoom.
Okay, Mike, can you position sharing?
Give me 1 second.
1 second.
Okay, I think I can see yours. You should
You can see mine,
yeah.
but I don't see it on the
Oh,
live.
I see it. Yeah.
On the,
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it on the live. Let me just blow
oh,
it up.
okay. I'm just trying to see before we leave, like, just want to make sure that for next time we know how to do this.
Yeah, how'd you get the share working?
I just hit share and then it sent request to Anagalu, and then
Oh,
he needs to approve. He just have to change the rules settings.
okay.
You can't change that Anagalu, like, so that people don't have to ask for permission.
Well, let me go to
Oh, okay.
let me go to the wait, what are you showing right now? Are you showing your screen? Abdu?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, go ahead and blow it up. Oh, this isn't working too well. Because can you maximize the screen?
I am, I
Or
think.
just go to the Zoom. Can you go to your Zoom call?
Oh, okay. I am there. You see your room.
Do share all windows from an application.
Hold on. Let me. Showing different things. Okay, so Zoom. Is it sharing one screen or all of my screens?
I would say one screen.
One screen.
It's
Yeah.
showing your whole desktop.
It is?
Yeah.
What the heck? Okay, let me.
Maybe do window. I think it's a window.
Yeah. What is my Zoom? There it is. Okay, see it. And see stuff. I'm gonna stop sharing and then. Okay, so stop sharing. I keep hitting stop sharing, but it's not stopping. Oh, okay, it did. Okay.
Stop. Okay. All right.
Okay,
Let
so
me go back
now
to Zoom.
we can go here.
Hey, everybody. Bear with us.
We're trying to it's a technical. So like screen one, screen two, one screen. Yeah. So it gives you a screen one, screen two. So screen three. I'm gonna do screen three.
Let's see what pops
You
up.
should only share screen three, right?
Should give you a preview what screen 3 is. Like screen 3 should be the chart.
Yeah,
Okay.
it did. So when I do,
Yeah, it's working. It's working.
okay, so you can see
Yeah.
my apple.
Yeah, because we can see your chart. I can see your chart, and then I can see the three of us to
Just
the right.
make it. Can you make it like full screen?
Hit FN function F11. Try that. Just function F11.
What's full screen? F11.
Function
Where are you?
F11. FN F11. Yeah, there it goes. Now it's maximized.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
What do you got?
Wow,
Apple?
okay.
Apple.
So yeah, I have Apple. The reason because everybody was selling off and Apple was not selling off as much, right?
Yeah.
So I want to know why. You see how so and also it has been going up consistently. Yeah. This is a weekly chart.
I know
See
why. I know why.
and right? Okay, so what is
It's not an AI company. It's not an AI
uh-huh.
company. No, it's so Apple's so far behind. Because you never on AI, you don't hear about Apple building out these servers or doing. No, it's because it's not really an AI company. I mean that's why it's not down. It's a solid company. It's also because it's
Yeah.
a solid company that it's not down. But it's the AI companies that got really crushed. And yeah, Apple's just not really an AI company. It's a tech company that's not an AI company, which is really a unique category. There's not too many companies that are, not they're not doing AI. But that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about the stock? Like, is it a good idea to
I
start
think it's
positioning
always a good
Apple?
idea.
Huh?
I'd
It's a
rather
good
do
idea to get Apple.
I'd rather do Google than Apple because
Uh,
Google wasn't down much, and Google is a very good AI company. Um, but no, Apple's solid. It just keeps grinding higher. I mean,
yeah.
how much? Yeah, it's
I think in terms of like hardware, like consumer retail hardware, with the phones, even the what is it like computers, everything for retail, they dominate, right? Like so they have the supply chain, all of that, and
oh yeah, yeah. No,
yeah,
they're one of the Mag 7. They're one of the, we're always talking about the best of the best. Apple's one of them,
Yeah.
and it's one of the
it's a
ones.
question of in what area. One area where I thought Apple would really get a lot of revenue from is through Apple Pay. But they chose to just integrate Visa and stuff with them instead of doing that. So like they have a very unique strategy that just kind of like keeps like pace, doesn't like like go up too fast and things like that. I mean, with the
It's a good safe play, right? That's like
yeah,
if you want to be invested in the market, if you don't want to just sit on cash and you want to invest in something right now where it's kind of crazy, yeah, you can go into a safe play, and then when things look like they're turning around, you can take your money out of Apple and put it back into something that, maybe one of the other one of the AI stocks.
yeah.
That's a strategy.
But when at that point I'm looking at like some of the new gadgets that are coming up. Oh,
Yeah,
can you guys hear me?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. New gadgets.
Yeah,
They got new gadgets coming out.
yeah. So I mean, I not like there's like there's smart glasses, earbuds, and things like that.
No, stop sharing.
So that's kind of like what Apple is going against, right? Like, so can they just uh, get kind of and they're gonna bring something new to the equation? Because like the Vision Pro didn't really pan out well,
Me
right?
personally, I think Apple's too late to the AI party. I think the other companies are so far ahead of Apple that Apple can't catch up. So I'm not looking to invest in Apple. I mean, I'm going to stick with Nvidia and Tesla. I do like Google.
Yeah,
Like we talked about ServiceNow, but ServiceNow is a lot riskier than, let's say, like a Google or a Microsoft. But Apple still, though, is one of the Magnificent Seven, and it's a solid investment. It's just not what I'm looking for right now. What do you think, Abdu?
Um, it, okay. This is what I wanna. This is what I was just thinking all this time. Every single time this happens, right? Or every time something like really good to do is have a liquid money aside. You know, I agree with everything that you guys say, but like in all, to avoid a fear of FOMO, when these things like this happen, if you can allocate some type of liquid fund, that's sitting, waiting for this type of moment. This type of moment doesn't happen all the time, right? Um,
No, but what I'm worried about though is it could keep going for another week, right? That's what I am worried about. But
Yeah,
you're right. You're right. No, no. I was telling my wife on Friday. I was like, hey,
yeah,
this is now when you want to buy, right? When everyone's panicking and scared. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree. Hmm.
yeah. So like what do you guys think now? If I was a either an investor or like someone who is trying to get into the market, what is your suggestion right now?
Well, you know,
I'd wait.
buy the best of the best, right? So buy best crypto, Bitcoin. You don't need to worry about anything else. Best AI
Mhm.
stock, Nvidia. Um, you could just start there. I would just start there, just with those two.
Okay. Alagalo?
Uh, I mean, DCA, dollar cost average. Yeah, you probably don't want to put everything in right now. You just go in and then see them out, test it out, and try to see if you can find a bottom.
Be
Uh,
patient.
yeah, you gotta be patient.
Hmm.
Mm.
Look at it as an opportunity. I mean, if you're a long-term investor, it's like this is a good time to start accumulating.
Yep.
You have a specific stock?
Uh, Mine is typical. It's like Google, the Apple, and the other one is like we were discussing earlier, like the stocks that did not. You can look at the market right now as a good test to see which one is a very resilient, and then that way you can filter like whichever did not get damaged, did not take a bad hit. You can invest in those.
I
That's
think
what
I
I would
know
do.
Bill's.
Well, I like the ones that we talked about, right? ServiceNow,
Yeah.
Tesla, Nvidia, Hood. Those were all down about 6%. And then you look at some of the other ones like Micron, AMD, Enphase. Those were down like 10, 13, 18%. So, yeah, so just based on that, I kind of like the ones we're invested in: Tesla, Nvidia, now Hood, even though it's not AI, but they're kind of getting into AI with the agentic stuff. Um, but yeah, I think Apple's a good, solid investment. Just you're not going to see like 100% gain in Apple stock. Whereas if you buy ServiceNow, you could see 100% gain. But it's the same thing with Microsoft, right? Like we like Microsoft. You're not going to see 100% gain in Microsoft, but it's safer. So if somebody was new, yeah, I'd definitely tell them to go with the safer stuff at first. So I think I would tell them just do Nvidia, Apple, um, Google, like those three, Bitcoin, right? Just because you're starting out, you want to build position and see how you like investing, see how you handle it.
Nice.
All right, we're getting
Yeah.
over an hour, guys. So this has been a long
Okay.
stream. You ready to call it?
Yeah.
I have one more that I just kind of want to talk about,
Yeah, go ahead.
or you guys' input about the IPO, the one that's coming up, the
Yeah.
SpaceX and the other IPOs. Like,
So SpaceX, I would check and see where it is 6 months from now. After it does the IPO, check back in 6 months and then see what it looks like. I wouldn't buy it on the first day. I would just wait 6 months. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah.
because it's already
Um,
it's already going to be so overvalued. It's going to come out at like 1.72 trillion dollars. It's so high. That's really
yeah.
really high. So just I'd wait to see what it's doing. Go ahead, Abdi.
yeah, that's sorry. I know we're kind of we are going longer than usual.
It's
Um,
overtime.
with all in overtime. This is just like
Overtime.
busy for us now. Um, do we? Um, I was thinking if we. So sorry. do you want to finish up the stream and then the three of us can just like stay on
No,
Zoom?
no, keep talking. Because after the stream is done,
Okay.
I gotta go lie down.
Oh, okay. All right. So I have an idea for our, what I want to suggest is like if we can start, um, basically like make a research. I do a research on a specific stock, and then just bring a recommendation, like once a week when we stream, like starting like next week. What do you guys think about? If you
That's a
have,
good idea.
if you don't have any, it's fine. But like if you find, you know,
No, I hear you. I'm just gonna keep recommending Hood until Hood looks bad. I'm just gonna
yeah,
keep recommending it. That's my one. But I'll keep an
correct.
eye out. If I do see something that catches my eye, I'll mention it.
Yeah,
I'll mention it. But that's my pick for
yeah.
right now is Hood.
The another thing I wanted, because I'm trying to look at this and to say, for example, if I'm someone who is new for investing and I just run into our video. Yeah, you recommend Hood, but when do I buy? How do I get in? Do
Yeah,
I just like immediately just get in, or is there
yeah,
something that we can show on the charts?
yeah.
The levels, things like that.
No, no, we showed the diamond pattern, and then there's
Yeah.
the exit from the diamond pattern, and if it gets below that diamond pattern, then yeah, we'd have to get out. But no, I'm in it now. I just bought some more on Thursday, so when it was down another 6% Friday. So yeah, I mean, if I had more money, I'd buy more. But I'll keep monitoring Hood and updating my position, and then if I do get out or if it starts looking really bad, I'll definitely mention that. But I don't like to track too many stocks, right? Because then it gets a little
Yeah.
overwhelming trying to track like a dozen different stocks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll see if there's any other ones that pop up that look good.
Okay. MicroStrategy, keep buying or
I would, instead of MicroStrategy, I'd buy Bitcoin right now. That's what I'm having my wife do because she does own some
okay.
MicroStrategy, and I told her just
Yeah.
don't buy any more MicroStrategy. Buy right now because it's just risky, and there's
Yeah,
just
that's true.
Bitcoin's safer. They'll put it that way. Bitcoin's safer. I like MicroStrategy. I like Michael Saylor, but right now Bitcoin's safer. So I would do the safer investment first, and then once you think you got enough Bitcoin, then okay, yeah, if you want to buy MicroStrategy, go ahead. But I think right now I just want to really just buy the best of the best.
It's a good strategy.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to see, like, make sure, I when I wanna get something out of YouTube, investments wise, like to try to get an idea for investment. I usually, when I browse, a lot of people recommend, certain stocks. What they don't usually talk about is like, okay, buy, okay, this is a good stock, but how do you get in? When do you get in? Like all these things not mentioned. So it will just leave the viewer just kind of, oh, okay, this is a good stock, but okay, that's, maybe, and also they might just get in because they hear you say, okay, this is a good stock. They might get in on top, like
Yeah,
after extending.
we try to tell people when things are at a top, like we've been saying Micron and SanDisk and AMD and all those look really overextended, right? So we definitely have not been recommending
Yeah,
those. But no, I mean that's what we want to try to do is warn people that, and then also at the same time, if they do sell off big time, then we'll let people know that hey, this is a good entry, and then we can say what we're buying, and yeah, we can do more of that. We can do more of that. I don't mind talking
yeah,
about my positions.
cool, awesome.
All right. If that's it,
Awesome.
thanks a lot, guys. We set a
I
record
got
today. We set a record, an hour and 10 minutes.
yeah.
Let's see if people watch. So for the viewers, anyone who's watched all the way through, thank you very much for watching all the way through. Thank you for your support, and have a good day. Have a good day, you guys.
It's
All right, Bill.
bye bye, guys.
Okay, bye bye.
Get that recovery going.
I will. I'm gonna get some rest. Okay, bye bye.
Yeah.